I think that was my favorite game I've casted in a long time. We didn't expect complexity to really turn up at all.
Definitely underrated in this event. A lot of people didn't have them on the radar. I think it's almost sad to see them go, but credit to them for an incredible event.
Just the sheer amount of people that put them in the 0-3 column right away coming into this event.
You guys were in a dogfight, and you kept fighting, and you kept fighting, and you kept fighting. Seriously, that was a battle. I'm really proud of you guys.
The last question, you can dodge the question.
Yeah. What's next? What are you doing?
Yeah. What's next?
Because he'd be behind their short tunnel mall anyways, and he would just let it go away. Being back in a major means a lot to me just because, just the prestige of what it means to the community as a whole. It's really awesome to be here, so I'm super grateful to be competing.
You know, it's the major. It's like the end-all, be-all of Counter-Strike tournaments. It's the most important Counter-Strike tournament. So it's pretty cool that we retained our spot as like a Legends team to come back in this top 16 part of the major.
Do that. And two guys are just rushing here. And they do this. Oh, okay. And then they just walk.
We should probably add this later after this lane.
Sick.
It's every pro player's dream to play at a major. It just means everything. You're playing at the best tournament in the world, the highest caliber of teams, and this is what it's all about.
It is my first time being in the Legend stages. I can't say I've actually really earned it. It's sad to say, but I ended up joining a team that was in the Legend stage.
They're going to take fights. Every time we play these guys, they want to fight. Let's not run from them. Let's take them.
Competing at this stage is really why we play CS, and it's one of the tournaments that we really look forward to.
One that might not sound that interesting on paper, we got number 1 seed against number 16, that's Astralis versus Complexity.
We've played Astralis first in 4 tournaments now in a row, so...
You're versing the best team in the world, so you have to kind of throw a curveball in there and take a chance.
I was taking a shuttle with Peter on the way to do like an interview for Media Day, and I turned to Peter and I'm like, so versus Astralis, what do you think about playing nuke? And he was like, no, they're too good.
It is going to be nuke, I can confirm.
This puts Astralis' nuke streak at jeopardy. Yes. They're starting on it.
And then we're here at the practice room that same day, like late at night, and he's like, let's play nuke. And we're just like, okay, sudden change of heart, let's do it, yeah.
A lot of ifs and maybes.
I think this just got spicy, I really do.
I agree. Nuke is one of those maps that can really fall apart very quickly if you have a rough start here.
Any map you play against them is going to be difficult. Obviously nuke, they're unbeaten in 33 games or something, but we honestly had the confidence thinking we can play nuke and just break their record.
That's another question altogether. At this point, nothing will actually take him down in a clinical manner there.
We got that pistol and we knew we couldn't relax. dupreeh rushes outside second round, and somehow between dephh and Chaz, they didn't spot him while he was moving around the box.
dupreeh fully sprinted across outside and completely timing me and Rory's vision. He crossed. He made it lower without anyone knowing. He flanked Rickeh around.
He just got underneath completely. We missed it, but he's actually already lurking in from the bottom side of ramp. The AK in hand, he's now got 2. He's followed it up on a dephh as well.
I understand the logic. You know, why would you pick a map they've never lost on? Someone's got to beat them. You know, you can't just run from it knowing that the other map's probably going to end up the same way it happened the last 2 times.
But because I think we were focused on, like, we watched their play, so we knew what they were doing. We even got a lot of opening picks on them. We were trying to catch them off at certain points in the round. They're probably the wrong points.
shazham gets the opening couple of frags. It's essentially a 5-on-3 that's somehow gone in favor of Astralis.
We took a gamble for sure. Our preparation was very good. But at the end of the day, the better team won. They still outplayed us regardless of these factors.
Over and over again, they were running around with like 1 HP. We just couldn't get a break. 1 bullet here and there. It was really frustrating to like watch the health bars and just be like, unbelievable.
To be honest, I was a little frustrated. Obviously, they're the best team in the world, and you can't take it too hard. But I felt like we just could have done way better of a showing.
It's very easily to mentally reset after you lose to Astralis, obviously being a pretty dominant team right now.
Yeah, it's Astralis. What can you really do? We just took the loss well and just learned from it and then moved on.
MIBR obviously is another really good team, and they had just lost to C9 pretty terribly on Inferno right before we got the matchup. I think it was like 16-3 or something. So, you know, that gives us some confidence seeing them play so poorly in their previous matchup.
Mirage or overpass?
Mirage, I'm down.
Let's do it, boys.
Yeah, do we do?
him up.
This might be Complexity's best chance.
I think so.
Snag a map right here and now, avoid the miners, try and survive in this event. Obviously, their ambitions are to do much better than that.
We're just going to go in there and play our game. And we just got to remember what we've been doing. Our Mirage has been good when we just literally play our game. As soon as we start second-guessing ourselves, it's like it goes wrong.
So on the Mirage game with MIBR, we actually were going in pretty confident. I mean, you know, our T side actually though was great. Like I felt like we called really well.
We had a lot of good rounds. It should have been like a 9-6 half, I think, or even a 10-5.
8-7. It's still Complexity in the lead after the T side though, so this is far from over.
We were really confident going into the CT side because we knew our CT side in practice anyway was actually stronger, and something just didn't click on that on the pistol round and the first gun round and stuff.
CT pistol, we stacked B, they came B. If you watch me, Peter and Rick all had opportunities to get kills. Didn't find the headshots with the USP and the P2K.
One of the rounds where MIBR contacted on me in B, I actually told Peter, I'm like, if they don't rush, just go up to catwalk, and that was probably the worst decision I've ever made, because then they just 4-1 contacted on me.
Thought he was gonna hold it, wait for some info, but that would have cost him dearly. It still does. He falls off the edge, and he's dead before he hit the ground. Taco caught him in the air with a headshot. Furs is gonna jump in and do the same to Stanislaw on catwalk.
And I think the first round we won was Rick making a big play A-ramp with the P250. He got in there, I flashed over, he got a kill and was able to grab a second. And that was a big round for us to get.
We instantly realized the main things that we were missing, the rotations to under, and specifically on Mirage, we didn't double up on the B side or double up on catwalk.
We weren't really playing how we practiced, and that was important for us to realize after the game that we have to play how we scrimmed and how we played in the boot camp.
Doesn't look possible, I'm afraid. Less than 30 HP, 90 kills to his name, and Molotovs, flames, smokes, flashes, bullets.
I was a little bit heartbroken because I knew we could have won it, and I know that our CT side's so much stronger than that. To be completely honest, I felt terrible. Like I just wanted to just take some alone time to reflect and realize what was happening. But at the end of the day, you really need to break out of that mentality as soon as possible, because there's always a chance for a comeback, and we're not out of the tournament.
I think it was pretty obvious to us what we could have done differently in that game to have had a better CT side. It's just sad that we didn't do it in the moment.
And we got such a great start. So for us to kind of lose the match the way we did, it was extremely disappointing, I know, for me and all the guys. But, you know, both tough teams, Astralis and MIBR, what are you going to do? You going to cry about it? You know, or are you going to come back and try to respond on day 3?
We kind of blew it with our positioning and setups, in my opinion, because now we're facing elimination. You know, we're 0-2, and we haven't given ourselves much of a fair chance. And it just hurts.
Complexity, yes, they got firepower, but I'm not sure they can handle the tactical play of NRG.
Losing to them does not hurt our confidence.
Breezy knows exactly where he's going, but standing on the railing, the off angle, he's gonna win it for Complexity.
Like, we know what we did wrong. We know where we got outplayed.
I actually felt proud of how we performed as a team.